What's goody, guys? Welcome to the final episode for season 1 of Not Just
Final
Gamer Dads.
countdown.
The final countdown. Yo, that shit's crazy.
10.
Bro, man,
10
we pulled the
10
10
motherfuckers.
consistently every week. Didn't miss a beat. I'm proud of us, man. And everybody that stayed tuned to it, man. I'm proud of you guys for sticking through it with us and checking it out, man. We've been paying attention to everybody that's been watching. And you know what I'm saying, commenting on it, you know what I'm saying, whether it be on the YouTube join or coming to our stream saying it means a lot. So thank you guys. So we thought it'd be a great like episode 10 would be, let's collaborate, let's talk about collaboration, let's talk about, how have we grown from episode 1 to episode 10. Let's kind of do a recap, you know what I'm saying, on like what happened. We kind of covered multiple different topics, multiple different things. And I was like, yo, bro, it'd just be great to freaking just go over, hey, what did we learn from all this, man? So, like, we thought for you guys it'd be a really fun joint. We're having a glass, so if you guys are watching this on the YouTube, man, cheers, Jimmy, to consistency, to just, oh, fuck it. He's like,
Cheers, man.
hold on.
Hell yeah, man. That's not a lot of people
Cheers, bro.
can consistently stay with something, let alone, we both have a lot of stuff going on in our own plates, but we still made time to do this 10 weeks in a row and put it out every Wednesday. We did not miss a single week. We could have made excuses. We had different things in our life going on, but we made it work, and I'm glad that, we're going to have a little recap and talk about all the other episodes and what we've learned and things moving forward, what we want, the direction of this collaboration to keep moving forward. It's not a one and done thing. I could honestly say now, after we've, sat down and talked for hours on end. If you guys don't know, we pretty much have 2 podcasts before we actually record our podcast, and we have another podcast after we're done recording our podcast. So we've got to know each other a lot more than just playing video games and just, here's a topic for this week, let's talk about it. We've got to know each other a lot more and respected each other's time and family and things like that, and each other's grind, and it's been great. So we're just going to talk about our experiences of actually collaborating with somebody and it working out. It's not about the numbers, it's not about as far as like what we grew and what we did, but the time that we did of doing this is well spent.
Yeah, and like kind of even bouncing off of that, with not about the numbers, a lot of people realize any type of business venture, business startup, anything like that, whether it's financial or not, your first like little bit of your first initial like year's worth, or just like your initial startup of everything, isn't going to be a profitable margin. You're not going to see too much of a positive margin on things because it's new. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to go with somebody and start something fresh, and both of you guys being able to put your energy into it and consistently do it on a weekly basis, like that says a lot. You can't do that with everybody, especially if you just want to see immediate gain. You have to be realistic and understand, hey, episode 1's not going to get 5,000 views. Episode 1,000 might get 5,000 views. You know what I'm saying? You never fucking know. Episode 10 might. But at the end of the day, you got to understand, like, people got to understand, when you want to do this with somebody, even yourself, you're not going to see crazy numbers off rip. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to understand that and still give it your all and enjoy it in that process says a lot. And you need to be surrounded by the right people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't want to start off with collaboration. We're going to be talking about this because I know, like, there's a lot of collaboration, there's a lot of wants, and, like, I thought it'd just be a great idea just to give everybody our insight on what collaboration means, what are we looking for in a positive collaboration environment. I want to bring that into that. But I felt like before we jump straight into that, I want to just go right into the nitty gritty and be like, yo, I feel personally, from seeing myself and you on, behind the scenes, as we've been talking and seeing in streams and seeing just in the way that we've been producing content, I would just say interglobally instead of like internationally. We all over in the fucking World Wide Web and shit. But like, seeing our content out here in these streets and stuff like that, I see growth. I've seen it in both of us. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to just kind of like talk about that and focus on it for a point and just be like, hey man, like, what have you learned from when we started this in January till now? It's March 22nd is the recording time. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad that you had brought up a lot of these points that we're going to talk about, and I felt like I have grown from this project. As far as time management, doing my research a little bit more,
Yeah.
being able to hold a conversation a little bit better, make sure that what I am saying is what I truly feel. I don't ever want to be like, oh, I forgot I said that. Did I say that? Imagine to the point that, you do so many goddamn episodes, and I'm sure people do, and you're just like, I forgot I said that. You get better at remembering what you talk about.
Yeah.
So I feel like my speech, my carrying of conversations gotten better, my time management, um, learning, how to post on Twitter, on Spotify, the tags for YouTube with podcasts. I've learned a lot more because of this collaboration.
Yeah. 100%. I actually agree. What I learned on this, which I'm gonna be honest with you, like it never was the one thing I did appreciate about our interaction has always been it's been very easy and comfortable to just talk.
Hmm.
I feel like that's been with us since shout out to Hendrix. We met through Hendrix playing Splitgate.
Hmm.
And I didn't know I knew who you were through some other people, but I haven't met you in a co-stream environment. And
Yeah,
it was just like it felt very fluid. I was
yeah,
like, oh shit. And I'm not
yeah. We
dogging anybody that haven't. Like,
no.
I was just like at the same. I was like, oh, this is fluid. Like to be able to have conversations that are fluid. Like I collab with people for different reasons, which we'll
Hmm.
talk about that later. Foreshadowing. But like with us, I just like speaking on talking, bro. Like I just noticed it was just like it was just very easy to be able to have conversations about stuff. And the one thing I personally have seen growth with us is improv. Because for
Yeah,
those of you guys that don't know, every episode isn't scripted. All we do is a skeleton backbone guideline of what we want to talk about, and we're just going
feeding
for
off
it.
each other. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's just that builds, that chemistry that you over time, you get each other's little quirks and jokes, and you know when to jump in on a conversation,
Yeah.
or you feel like, okay, I've said enough about this, and you don't have to like stop each other and things like that. It's never been an episode where I'm like, all right,
Hmm.
Miko, fucking A, bro, let's fucking move on. I don't think I've ever felt that way. You might have, but I mean, I haven't.
No,
But
no, nah, I'm just kidding.
but
Nah,
no,
hell no.
yeah, dude, it just you learn more from collaborating and talking to certain types of people. Not everybody meshes, but that doesn't mean you can't talk and hang out and play games and stream together and do shit together. But just some people, meet each other at different points, and sometimes people are just like, "Hey, man, we get each other," and that's what it is. And I think that's why me and you, when we were before we started recording this, is like, dude, it's fucking crazy that we both wanted to do something like this, and we just sparked up the conversation, and it just made sense to do it,
Hmm.
and we didn't announce it. We just did it, and we start putting it out. You know what I mean? I thought that was cool because we both were moving in the same direction as far as like, look, I want to do this, you want to do this, this is how I want to do it, you want to do it, no, this makes sense, well, let's do it this way. And it was truly a joint collaboration. I feel like we both put the same amount of work on certain episodes. Maybe you did more and I did more on certain ones, but it was never more like one was carrying us, the other throughout this whole project. I
Exactly.
never felt that way. I never felt that way
And I
at
love
all.
how we always what I did what I mean guys, this is a recap. So we're just kind of going to tell you guys like what we've been doing and stuff like that. Like I loved how damn near every week we alternated who picked the topic. You know what I'm saying? It kept it fresh. It kept it, nice and like, it wasn't like you said, it wasn't too much of like I could have picked a topic every week or you could have picked a topic every week, but then it would have been like, damn, I got to come up with all this shit you just here to talk. So it's like at the end of the day, like when we both like for us for collaboration, like I liked it. What our growth is, we were able to keep a consistent topic and be able to hold the conversations on it, but we were able to like keep it going. Like this, if you really look at the episodes that we've had, it makes sense. It wasn't like we were just bullshitting. We put
Yeah.
stuff in, we picked stuff that was relevant to what we were doing with the like kind of talking about the episode names, like when we're doing the quarterly game and movie evaluations. We did it in the beginning and the end. Why? Because within that time span, we hit quarter one to quarter two.
It made
You know what I
sense.
mean? And then the topics that we talked about segued into other topics. You know what I mean? And it was just like it would make sense if like I was doing it or you was doing it. But the fact that we bounced off of each other showed that we had that chemistry becoming built and
Yeah. That
knowing how to
formula
bounce
was
off of each
building
other.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff was freestyle. Like we
Yeah.
weren't like, "Hey Jimmy, you're gonna say this, and I'm gonna laugh, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna be like, haha, high five."
Yeah.
Like no,
Right.
like we just said, this is the topic. These are the points that we want to really kind of go into, and let's just go for broke, and we just
Yep.
hold that convo. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I love that shit. Like the improv still to me is great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it was still moving forward. I don't feel like we were looping around and bullshitting because I've seen other people do this kind of stuff, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying like here on Facebook or Twitter. I'm just saying like podcasts. If y'all didn't know, I had a podcast that I started last year, and I felt like every episode I was getting better. I was watching more podcasts. I was being more aware of people's interviewing skills and questions and how guests and people interacted or people that were on joint podcasts were working together. It made sense because you see a lot of people that want to do these talks and just chatting, which is fine. But when there's a format and there's a structure, it makes it more professional. And that's what we're going for. We don't want to come up here like, all right, we're going to talk about these video games. All right. What games are we talking about? Oh, yeah. What about this game? Oh, and then just be all over the goddamn place. That doesn't make sense. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah,
So I like
exactly.
the fact that you're like, good. I'm like that too. So it's easy to work together because we were kind of semi going in the same direction. So it wasn't hard to suggest something. I don't know how many times you said, hey, let's do this. And I was like, that makes sense. Or I said this. Oh, that makes sense. It was never like, no, my idea trumps yours.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing I noticed about with us was like exactly that was like if you told me something, I would say, "Oh, dude, I was just about to bring it up to you." Like we were always on the same wavelength on certain things. That was to the point of like, "Hey, I had this idea," and you go, "Shit, I had the same idea." It just made it easy. Even the podcast, starting the conversation for podcasting and doing a joint one, I felt like we were both about to ask each other, "Hey, yo, I think we should try this out. Are you down?"
Mm-hmm.
Because we knew one consistency. This is gonna go into collaboration, like for me, like taboos and like necessities. But like one is a consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason why, like, like we did this. I know if I say, hey Jimmy, let's do this for 10 weeks, you're gonna do it. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be there. And if you can't for any reason, we will be able to plan a reschedule. Because guys, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't do this, we didn't record on the same day every time. The last few weeks we both have been hella busy and had to reschedule. But we were able to do it before release day and still get it to you guys. So at the end of the day, you guys got consistent content no matter what. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's about. To know someone's going to take this as serious as you. And I knew that we were going to get that. So, like,
Yeah.
I just, and it also motivated me into learning how to advertise better. Kind of want to go into like how I've grown. I knew that we were consistently going to do this, so it made me excited to promote it because I knew this was something that was going to constantly happen. Because if I felt like I was behind, I knew you'd pick me up, and I knew if you felt like you were behind, I would pick you up because it's like
Mm-hmm.
we genuinely wanted to do this. So if anyone was just like, "Oh, I'm tired," or "Oh, I'm this," or "Oh, I'm that," let's fucking do it. Like I was tired multiple times, but I was
Mm-hmm.
always excited to record this because I really enjoy this.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Like we were
refreshing,
looking forward to it every week, yeah.
bro,
And
every week.
you hold each we hold each other honest too, because like, hey man, you're blocking out time, and I could be doing this, and vice versa. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people when it comes to collaborations, and I've been on streams where I've seen people like show up late, like, hey, we had a co-stream and this guy's not showing up, or oh my mic's fucked up, or this guy comes in and doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. It throws everything off, and that's one reason that when we wanted to do this and it was a set thing that we wanted to do, we know that we were both serious and to the point that it made sense, that we
Yeah.
know that wasn't going to be an issue. Like I never have to worry about you not getting back to me, or oh, I'm tired. Well, let's do it later. Or like, no, we missed a week. We were going to say every Wednesday we were going to put it out, and we fucking did it. And because of that, we held each other accountable, and it helped each other because it helped us grow individually as well, because all of this stuff helped me do all my other shit too. Like I want to do this kind of stuff, so having more reps and talking about other shit that I'm not normally talking about makes me do research and makes me look into different things to make me better.
Exactly. No, this is great, man. I mean, I feel like a lot of growth came out of this, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like another thing you said, communication. Like, no, I don't feel like either one of us ever felt imposing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because we're both dads, and that's kind of like the beauty of what the name of it being not just gamer dads kind of felt into like the respect that we have for each other and understanding, hey, we're dads.
Hmm.
There's times that you were doing stuff with family or I'm doing stuff with family and we're like, hey, I can't get back to you right now, but holla at you like
Hmm.
tomorrow or later on. And later on doesn't happen because family. And it's not
Yeah.
like dog. We're not dogging family. It's just, hey, family needs our time at that moment. We have that respect for each other to be able to communicate in a manner to be like, hey, just reminding each other, keeping each other updated, keeping each other accountable, and not imposing like
Yeah.
someone did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was late, I genuinely like, fuck, I'm sorry, bro. And you never made me feel like shit. If I felt like shit was because if I felt like I should have did this more. It wasn't because
Hmm.
Jimmy made me feel bad.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I just felt like
I
this
said
just
yes.
gave me
Now
a
I got to do it.
like it just not even
Hmm.
just that. It's just
Yeah.
yeah,
No. No. I'm
yeah,
just
but
saying you never felt
respect.
that way. Like I said
Yeah.
yes. Now I got to do it. Like fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was never obligated.
Yeah.
I
Never.
never
Yep.
never felt obligated. It was completely drive to I want to do this. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it was like I loved it because it showed me what good collaboration communication is.
Yeah.
It's
This set like a
respect and
standard
understanding.
for me.
Yeah,
I was already picky. A lot of people that have known me or not known me or been around, I just don't play with anybody. I just don't stream with anybody because I'm picky. And a lot of people don't like me because of I might not gel with them either. So the
mhm,
people I do play with or the people I do stream with is because I've built that relationship. So I'm not always about just, hey, let's get some dubs, let's go catch some games. I don't just play with anybody. I generally like to get to know them, and if it makes sense to play games, then cool. If it doesn't, then I can still support people and people can support me as well without playing. But having this collaboration and the way I move forward working with people, it's like I have a bar now. I have a
yeah,
standard because of working with you. So I was like, if I see things that are red flags, then it just doesn't make sense.
yeah. That's
Like if
true.
we're not on the
Yeah,
same page, or maybe we're both great content creators and we want to work together, and maybe we don't mesh, and we both see like, hey man, I guess this is not going to work. It's not a bad thing,
yeah.
but
You
but
gotta
if you
peep
work
that.
but if you have that communication with somebody and you both understand, like, fuck, man, I want to do this, but it really doesn't make sense, man, and I don't want to do it just to do it. Hey, that's all good. But that doesn't mean you can't still be friends or be boys or support each other. I think a lot of people get caught up like, well, this fucking guy didn't do this, or he showed up late, or we were gonna play in a tournament, or just I can't count on him, and just like you start
Yep.
having all these red flags and negative things to say about certain people, then it makes you pull back from working with people because of all those bad experiences. Or you realize, all right, cool, this is my bar, this is my standard. If I'm doing all this, if the other person's not doing the same thing, then it doesn't make sense.
Bro, that just like being a memory of one of my coaches when I used to play basketball. He told me the true marks of a team player. He was like, if you look for a reason to elevate yourself over another person because of their faults, you're a bad team player. But if you look for a reason to elevate your teammate to want to match their level, that means you're a good team player. And I've lived by that so much. Like there's difference between acknowledging when someone is unreliable to the point where you need to move forward and achieve what you need to achieve. But when you're constantly looking for failure in somebody else, there's nothing good to come out of it because you're always going to look for a negative thing. But
Mm.
if I'm always like finding a reason to praise somebody because I respect you, like how I do with you, I like when you do this, I like when you do that. Yo, I got to make sure I do this with Jimmy because I know we're consistent, or I know we're this, and it's all a positive. I'm going to make sure I match the energy that I put you at. I'm always going to be a team player because I'm putting you first. In that situation, when it comes to like this collaboration thing, like obviously you gotta put there's a time and a place, but when it comes to a team effort, you have to learn how to elevate what's important to you.
Hmm.
And if it's my importance is calling out your faults
Yeah.
as to why it's hindering me from being great, I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
You know what I
I,
mean?
I like I like how you said that. And one perfect example, and I don't know these guys personally, but I've seen them all work together, and I got to see them last year was at the meetup when I saw Black Lion, uh, Thrive, and
Kelly.
Kel. Those three guys genuinely know each other. They've been playing the games with each other. They do not need each other. But when they're playing and they're supporting each other and pushing each other, that is a perfect example of a great team. You know, like they work well together when they're playing Apex. They
Mm-hmm.
play different games separately. They push each other's shit because they want to. They all have different
Yes.
aspirations and things like that. But that is a perfect example of a team that they've built over time. You know, they just that's not overnight that a lot of people see things and they're like, oh man, I want to be a part of that. And they try to just jump in or they try to force that out of somebody that's not it's not there. I know when I first started streaming, I wanted so hard. There was so many content creators that I looked up to and I wanted to work with. And
Yeah.
I was trying to just be there and like find a way to kind of get noticed, but I was trying too hard, and it
Mhm.
was more about me trying to get in there rather than me grow myself first
Yeah.
and then get recognized from somebody else doing the same thing that I am. And that's how it was with us. It's just like when you see somebody else busting their butt doing everything they need to do and you vibe with them, then the connection's gonna be there or you respect each other. You know what I mean? And if it
Exactly.
makes sense to work together, then work together. And if it doesn't, then don't be mad. Well, I wanted to play with this guy. I'm all in his shit all the time and he never wants to play with me or he never wants to collab. You're missing the point.
100%.
You're missing the point. Not everybody you look up to or you play with or it doesn't always make sense to work with or to play games with or
Yeah.
certain things. And a lot of people get caught up in that. They just feel like, well, I'm always hanging out with you. I'm always playing games with you. Why don't you ever want to do a co-stream? Why don't you ever want to do this with me? Well, it doesn't make sense, and you shouldn't take it that way either. And that's just not content creation. That's in life. That's in life.
Bro, exactly.
That's
That's
in
why we
life.
have you have friends, you have best friends, you have peers, and you have associates. You have a different relationship with everybody because everybody is different. And that's one thing with me with content creation that like I feel like is common sense. And even though I know there's no such thing as common sense, this is my own personal fault that I can attest to, is like, bro, everybody's different. So what you see me doing with so and so may not work with you. Not because they're better than you or not because they're worse than you, but because they're not fucking you.
Yep.
Like, so at the end of
Right.
the day, what I do with Jimmy, for those that are watching content creators and stuff, it may not be the same exact thing I should do with you or any other person. Now, there is times where I could do the same thing with multiple people, but there's different reasons. We're all different people. I like this in one person. I may not like that same type of trait in somebody else because they're different. You know what I mean? So it's just like if I vibe with people sometimes, just gaming with you is fine.
Yep.
Holding a conversation doesn't happen because I notice when we game is a lot of dead space when it comes to conversation. So why the fuck would I put you in a podcast? But I know when we game, we play our lane.
Yep.
You are the sweat that doesn't talk that much, which is okay. I'm the one that gets everybody engaged and laughing, and I'll be that anchor at the bottom of the leaderboard. It's okay. Because I don't care to be the greatest at gaming or at anything. I just want to be good enough to get what I need to get done and take care of my family and my community. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So I'm glad you said that because it's like, not everybody is meant for the same thing. And not
Yeah.
because they're bad or good, but because they're just not the same person.
Yep.
And once you can understand that, you're gonna understand collaborations with people, and you're not gonna get butthurt at but they're playing with so and so or they're doing this with so and so
Hmm.
because that's them. It's not you.
Yeah. There's
My,
so many
you
people that I
know,
want to play with that it doesn't make sense. Like I want to play
facts,
with certain
bro.
people, but I just like I can't hold my own. Like I'll have people, hey, just play, it's all good. I'm like, it's just not the same, y'all. I mean, I fuck around too much and y'all fucking doing this, or I can't keep up, or y'all playing hardcore on Apex, or y'all play
Yeah,
these strategy games. I just that's not me, or you guys are playing grab ass and talking shit the whole time. I can't do that all the time. Not I can sometimes, but a lot of people I don't get butthurt that people don't want to play certain games with me. It's okay, I get
yeah,
it. It's not I don't I totally get it. And vice versa. If anybody's ever felt like, well, damn, Jimmy never wants to play with me, or he doesn't want me to go on his podcast or shit like that. I'm not saying that I'm the shit and I need to vet certain people to come in. I just like if it makes sense to
yeah.
work with somebody, then great. If it doesn't, then don't take it personal, or vice versa. You know how many people I've wanted to reach out to that I think would say yes, but I'm just like, I'm gonna just stay in my lane kind of thing. There's
Yeah.
so many people that I would reach out to and just shoot my shot, but I'm not gonna, not yet. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to just chase everybody who's bigger than me to be on these conversations.
No, it's 100% facts. At the end of the day, like you said, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to read the room. This isn't the podcast room. This isn't the sweat room. This isn't the casual room. You just got to know where you fit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, guys, that you have to be the same as everybody in that room. Because, like I said before, to have a balance between two different types, you have to be able to understand can these mesh or not. You can have a situation where somebody is sweating their ass off in the game that can carry, and then they have that one guy that's horrible at the game, but they're funny. It
Hmm.
happens all the time. Or you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Or but like if it's not podcast material, that's the beauty of content creation. I'm just gonna kind of get straight to that. It's the beauty of content creation, guys. We are creators, not imitators. You can do anything. It doesn't have to be a podcast. It doesn't have to be a live stream. It could be anything. They got skits, they got role play, they got fake, obvious fake shit talk. I've seen people that did this thing where they were like talking angry, but they were complimenting each other. And I thought that was the funniest shit in the world. They
Yeah.
were like, bro, like if you didn't let's say you couldn't understand what they were saying, you would think that they were cursing each other out, but they were complimenting each other, but it was like a diss. But it was like this vibe, but complimentary talk. And it was just
Hmm.
like, bro, that was super cool. Like, I thought that was a cool concept or whatever, but like, that's the beauty of this creation. That's the beauty of art, bro. Art isn't like when you see something and you just imitate it. Yeah, it's cool that you can be able to, like, copy it to an extent, but at the end of the day, it's not your own work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So the beauty of what we're all doing as creators is we are making this unique. We're making this our own. So just because me or Jimmy may not have somebody on our podcast doesn't mean that there's a special type of content we can't create with you. The more you
Hmm.
collaborate with people, the more you communicate with people and understand people and learn what you do well and what they do well, you can create, not become, you can create something that benefits both parties.
Yeah, that makes sense for both sides because a
Yeah.
lot of the times when and I've been there too. Like when I first started and I'm coming up on 3 years of streaming and already 3 years of creating content. At the beginning, it was always like, who can I play with? Who can I do something with to get there? Like when somebody says, "Oh man, I'll play with you because you're way bigger than me." That's like a for me. It just like
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm the shit, but for you to just say that's already for me kind of like not a good look. That's if I were to reach out to somebody that's bigger than me that I'm cool with, and all of a sudden, hey, yeah, man, let's play together because I know you're bigger than me, so that would work out. Like that kind of comments and that thought process is not a good way
It's
if you
disrespectful.
if you genuinely want to work with somebody in any aspect of business, work, streaming, hanging out. Just if you're trying to get something from somebody, then the other person's going to be able to read it. If they're a decent person, or if they don't care about that, then that's different. We were talking about influencers. See, hey, you're doing this, I'm doing this. Hey, let's work together because it makes sense. All right, cool. See you later. Boom.
Yeah, and
There,
you have to
there's
understand that's
there's
gonna happen.
there's
Yeah,
business transactions that are like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that
yep,
that's a bad thing, but for us, we generally want to work with people that it makes sense,
hmm
that I like. I have no ill will toward them. People see what we're doing and they respect and applaud at what we got, our small thing that we got going on here. That's what we want. We just want to work with dope ass people, make dope content. That's what I always say. Dope
yep,
people, dope content. That's what I'm aiming for.
110%,
You
bro.
know what I mean? I might not be the dope person in certain situations as much as I think I'm cool and I could hold a conversation when I'm going to hang out. Like last year when I went to the meetup, I was like, damn, there's so many people. I didn't know how to act, but I was still myself. But at the
hmm
same time, it just kind of like I didn't know how to carry myself. I wasn't confident walking around and saying, "Yeah, I'm Jimmy Dukes. I do this, I do that." It takes time to get there and
Yeah,
have that confidence in yourself and be proud of what you put out and you're not ashamed to say that you're doing this or doing that. Like you're actually proud of whatever you got going on. And a lot of people feel like if I work with certain people, it'll give me that umph. But if you're just looking for that umph to just keep building off of other people, then for me, I'm not trying to work people like that. I'm not.
Exactly. Yeah, to me, yeah, I understand exactly what you mean. And things like that meet up. I'm glad you said that because there's this big thing coming out, coming not coming out like it's new, but PAX East and shit like that. That's another thing, like we know when it comes to like meeting up with people and interacting with people. Like, I've reached out to some people about potential like, podcast recordings and shit like that on the side. And someone will be like, yeah, I'm doing this PAX East, so I'm saying, so I'm gonna hit you up after and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, take your time. At the end of the day, you got to realize when you're reaching out to people that are kind of growing into this and treating this like a business as you, they're gonna have prior obligations they have to attend to, and you have to be able to respect that. Just because I'm doing a podcast doesn't mean that you need to come and form into my time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
With
Well said.
us, yeah, like with us, we're doing a collaboration, and it still wasn't, hey Jimmy, you have to do this on this day for me, or hey
Hmm.
Miko, you have to do this on this day for me. Hey, what day works for you? What works for me? What can we meet in the middle where it's not too
Yeah,
much for
let's
us?
make it work. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? And that's what you had to do with everybody. And when you start getting into other people that are taking this just as serious as you and they are potentially bigger, you have to respect the fact that they don't may not have as much free time as you because they're getting in that bag. And you
Hmm.
have to respect that time and just appreciate that, you're being able to be squeezed into that. So,
Hmm.
and I'm glad and I'm glad that we are where we are starting this, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't want to start this at the bottom and I didn't want to start this at the top because at the bottom, I'm not going to be confident, like you said. And at the top, some people get too confident. I'm not, and I think I know myself well enough to know I'm not going to be like that. But a lot of people say that and it happens, that they may feel that some form of like ethereal feeling, right? But I'm glad that we're doing this kind of in the middle where it's like, we have some people that, are just starting. I'm not going to say are lower like in followage because that followage number don't mean shit, guys. Stop chasing followage. It doesn't mean shit. All right. Engagement, all these other things. That's another podcast. But when you have people that are just starting that are more green into this, and they come up to you and they're like, yeah, I would love to collaborate with you because you're just so big. Dude, that's a red flag for me too. Because that to me is disrespectful. You only fuck with me because of my follower count. Because what if my follower count didn't have that one in front of it? What if it was just 750? What if it was just 800?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Would you still fuck with me the same? Would you still fuck with me the same if I had 100 followers? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't. So like to me, that's disrespectful. So I get a red flag on that. I immediately say no. Because I want to rock with people that just like the energy and just want to be here because they want to be here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And the same thing with the people above us. And it's like that they've been doing this for a while. You know what I'm saying? They've learned some things that we're still learning and they're like, growing in their expertise to be able to start getting into that position where we're even being acknowledged to be seen like that. One is a blessing, is uplifting, makes me feel like what I'm doing is right. But at the
Yep.
same time, I'm learning how to gauge that. So then the people that are green, that are trying to collaborate with me, that are genuinely trying to learn but just don't understand, I can teach them and be like,
Yep.
hey, well, look, that's not a good look. Don't do it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Got it. Well, this is, I think, a better
Yeah.
and smoother way to do it.
Exactly. Yep.
And you can mold that. And then, like, I didn't have that growing into this industry so far. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to be able to be in the middle is beautiful because I can learn from those that are doing it and I can teach the ones that are looking up
Yep.
to us and respect us and want what we're learning. I don't think I'm at my peak.
Yeah. Me
Nowhere near.
neither. There's no
But
way. We're fucking 3 years in, bro. That ain't a lot of
yeah,
people.
I'm not the end all be
If
all.
if if it was that easy, and you said it earlier, if it was that easy, like if you're gonna just jump into something to start making money right away because or be successful, that's the one in a millions of there's people that do that. You know what I mean? Whatever genre, whatever you might have a niche that you might blow up and shit like that. But if you're getting into this and you're slowly gradually taking it more serious and over time and
Yeah,
finding out where you fit, and then you start recognizing what where people that respect you and people that are coming up, you see yourself in them. Like, hey man, that guy or that person or that
exactly.
girl is doing the same damn thing that I was doing. They're genuinely just trying to find out what's going on and ask questions. And like, if I genuinely feel like I can help somebody and they're taking it serious, I will give you my time. I'm to the point to where like I'm not wasting my time with people that aren't as serious as I am. So when you say about the number count, that's awesome because there's a lot of people that are a lot smaller than me number wise, but I see they're doing everything right. So if
Facts.
they ask me a question or certain things, then it makes sense. Or vice versa. If there's a person that I see that where they're at when it comes to this, and they're okay where they're at and what they're doing, I could respect them, then that's something else. Like that's what goes to the whole networking and getting to know people. There's a lot of people that do this for fun and stream whenever they got time,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a great community because of them. They that's how they carry themselves, and that's why people generally want to be around their streams and their
Yeah.
community because of who they are. They know their lane. They know their lane. They're not trying to switch and trying to get on the highway and get off and fucking, pissed off. Oh, I'm gonna stop streaming for a month and I'll come back and hope
Yeah.
everybody shows up. It just you see certain things in certain people, and that's why certain people respect each other and see each
Facts.
other and acknowledge each other. So how you were saying to the fact that we're getting our little oomph oomph oomph, and then people to look down like, hey. I've been seeing your shit. That's dope. Because I do the same goddamn thing. When I see somebody smaller, I'm like, hey, man, I see your shit. That is dope. That's how it should be. Just positive reinforcement.
Word.
That's it. All right. So like yeah, with the next topic, like just the insight of how it is to collab, I just feel like I got a better understanding of how it can be potentially with other people, and hopefully when people approach me to work with me, they know how serious I am as well. From hearing this conversation or the way I carry myself when I meet people in person or when I meet
Exactly.
people on stream, because when I'm reaching out to somebody, I want them to take me serious. Does that make sense? There's like if
Oh
somebody
yeah.
reaches if somebody reaches out to me, they're generally reaching out to me because they want to talk to me or things like that. So I've never felt, not yet at least, I haven't felt like I've reached out to somebody that looked at me like, why are you talking to me? Kind of thing,
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to be that way, but hopefully I get to the point to where if I do reach out to somebody, they know who I am, or they've heard of me or respect what I got going on, because this is something I truly want to keep pursuing, is this whole podcasting. So if I could potentially meet people that I could have on the pod, dude, it'd be awesome because I have this whole other series that I'm working on that I'm gonna do in IRL. I'm gonna do a lot of stream podcasts in person. Like I've
Yeah.
been doing them. I've been doing them through Discord because all the people I talk to all over the place. But moving forward, I want to start doing some in person, more and more, so I can get those reps in. So if I reach out to somebody that potentially could be on the podcast, I want them to know that I'm serious, that I'm reaching out to them, and I want to talk to them in their expertise. So that's
Yeah.
I want to be
Especially in their
taken.
field. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be taken serious. So if I reach out to somebody that I can potentially have, like I have a friend who's a doctor friend that I reached out to him. I say, hey man, I want to talk to you. He's like, hell yeah, let's do this. That's fucking badass because he knows that I'm serious about it. I'm not just
Yeah.
saying, hey, I'm gonna waste your time. This guy does this for a living. So if I reach out to him, he's gonna. I want to make sure that his time is valuable. So I'm not just bullshitting him.
Bro, yeah, that's the biggest thing to me, and one of the biggest slaps in the face to me that like I will just like move on completely is when someone wastes my time.
Yeah.
Because and this is like kind of goes into the name of it. We're not just gamer dads. We're running businesses. Regardless if someone disagrees, there's gonna be a plentiful amount of people that are watching this podcast and be like, "You're not a real business owner." I can give a fuck. I am. We do what we gotta do. We've created our entities. We put them out here, and we provide a service to people. And there is a financial gain to an extent. You know what I'm saying? This is a legitimate business that we pay taxes on. You know what I'm saying? We own this. At the end of the day, we're running this without a staff. This is us. I'm doing this. You're doing this. This is what we gotta do, right? That takes a shitload of time, regardless of what people think. It's so easy to judge something that you've never read. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like you've never experienced it, you've never done it. It's so easy to judge it because you could just say whatever the hell you want. But the moment you experience it, that's when it's not a judgment anymore. It's an experience. You know what I'm saying? So like between just that, running a business and the gaming aspect of it and keeping up with all the crazy shit because games are dropping damn near weekly. And running a family. We're dads. And
Hmm.
to be dads, you gotta have a significant other to be the mom. And whether that be your wife or whether it be just the mom, there are people that we have to attend to. that's not in our business. We have two big things that are demanding of our time. When I'm squeezing in anything else besides my business I'm already running and my family I'm already in,
Don't waste
that
my time.
needs to be fucking like exalted on the altar. Like my time is precious as hell. I cannot afford to waste this time or I'm gonna become very pissy. You know what I mean? And not because like I'm higher than now, but like I'm just being real, guys. Like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I'm planning this, I'm serious because there's
Mhm.
a million literal other things I could be doing right now, but I'm choosing to do this and I'm choosing to do this with you. So I need that important prioritization to match
Mhm.
because the moment I feel like it doesn't match, I don't want to deal with it because I
Yep.
can do other things.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just real.
I think that's a good point because when people get to know you, and like back to what I was saying is like you want to be taken serious. So if somebody approaches you, they know how to approach you, and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. If I know how to, if I approach somebody, I've gotten to at least know how they are or how they, how they carry themselves. That I'm not gonna come at them sideways or randomly. Like, who the fuck are you? Why are you asking this? Like,
Oh yeah.
you don't just reach out to people or just run up on them and then expect them to be okay with you or whatever. I remember one time I saw a
It's
video
happened to me before. Yeah.
with 50 Cent. 50 Cent was out randomly out with his girl, and this guy shows up with a camera in his face and he says, "Hey, take my collab, take my collab." He's like, "Hey man, I'm just chilling. All right, man. What you want to square up?" He's like, "Bro, I know what you're trying to do." Like looking at the like, you're what you're trying to do and how you're approaching me is not the right way. You know what I mean? Like me taking your CD and listening to it, that's not the right way to go about it. So it'd be the same way you being disrespectful to reach out to somebody and not take them their time and the way they carry themselves into to consideration.
110%. Because like at the end of the day, I live by that joint. I don't know what the hell's going on in your life. I only know what you tell me.
Hmm.
So you can tell me you're busy. It doesn't matter if you are or not. I'm going off of what you told me. I'm not gonna live my life, especially in collaborations, off of assumptions. Well, you must be busy because you're partnered on Twitch or Facebook or whatever the fuck it may be, YouTube, all these things. Oh, you must be busy. Motherfuckers be like, bro, I'm actually not. You want to do something? You never know. Or oh, you this or that. Like, dude, I'll never assume shit. I'm a shoot my shot. I'm gonna be 100 with it. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Or you know what? Hey man, I think we should do this. Would you be interested in this? There's a time and a place, and there's a way that you go about things. And when you can master how to like put those hand in hand, you'll be surprised how many people free up their time for you because that being able to master those two show you are serious in your intent. If people, it's intent to kill. It's the same thing in business. People respect and are intimidated by the intent to kill. And I'm not talking about straight like, like taboo killing. It's that phrase. If I have a serious intent to go about this business and to go about these things and to do it the way I say I'm going to do it, you are going to respect it and either be intimidated by it or inspired by it. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have to master things to let people know, yo, I'm dead ass serious. Hey,
Yeah.
I want to do this. This is my topic. This is what I'm thinking. This is how where I feel like you would be fit in this, and I feel like it'd be an honor to get you on this or whatever. There's so many ways you can talk to people to be able to appease it. But how do you know how to talk to somebody if you've never had prior engagement?
Hmm.
Hence why with collaborations, co-streams, all these things. Dog, if I just met you, I'm not collaborating with you. Why?
Nope.
Not because of fuck you. I don't know you.
Yep.
Let's co-stream because you followed me. And the next thing you know, you dropping mad slurs, not just racial. Like it could be any type of slurs. Slurs that
Hmm.
just will get me in trouble that I don't want to be associated with. Like, bro, the moment I collaborate with you, my name is on your content. It's no longer just you. My name is on that. And if somebody's out here on some dumb shit, it's a bad look. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not. I
saying?
don't want to be associated with that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
so I got to
You know
get
what I
to
mean?
know you before I even start to plan
Mm.
collaborations. And it's not because, oh, I'm better than you. I don't want you to tarnish my name. It's because I value what I'm doing. And I'm
Hmm.
not just out here fucking hobby streaming. But
Yeah.
this is my career. Like
Hmm.
I can't put that shit out on somebody that's just out here just trying to go willy-nilly just
Fuck
do their
around.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, we have to be able to understand like what's your level of seriousness in this industry, and how can I collaborate myself into it? Like
Yeah.
you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I dog. Oh my god, I've had that conversation with at least 15 people. I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this for a hobby. What do you mean you're
Yeah.
not doing this for a hobby? You're just gaming. If you gotta say that to me, never
Then you
collaborating
don't
with
know.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't know me or what I got going on.
Yeah, bro.
You know what
Like,
I mean? And it's okay because I've had that people in my life and
yeah.
I don't hold it against them. You know, it's okay. Like I don't feel like I gotta explain myself
Hmm.
of what I'm doing and how I'm not caring. If you know me and you want to check me out or know, then cool. Then you'll get to know me and see how serious I am when it comes to this. But I don't feel like I have to explain to you how serious
Exactly.
I am. Like if somebody's gonna be approaching me or I'm gonna be approaching somebody, they know how serious I am at the way I'm coming at them and approaching them. Because
Yep.
you know, I don't ever want to feel like that nobody's ever gonna take me serious. Like I was saying, like so
Hmm.
when it comes back to looping back around, like we've grown from each other because we've gotten better with time management and how to hold conversations and feed off each other and what's it called, building topics and not not beating a dead horse and saying the same things over again, so and taking people serious and
Yeah.
that's a lot of things that we've learned from just doing this project that I feel like it's going to help me move forward, you know
Exactly.
and and the fact that we've got to do this for 10 episodes, and a lot of people are like 10 episodes is not really a lot, but think about it, that's fucking 10 hours of content that we put out on top of add another
Everything
fucking
else we're doing.
add another 30 or 40 hours of conversations that we've had in between to record these, that we've
Exactly.
got to talk to each other and get to know each other and see what our strengths and our weakness. You know how many times Miko has pointed things out to me? I'm like, didn't know that. Thanks. You know, I mean, Miko's like, damn, bro, you know how much easier this is gonna make for me? Because we've gotten to that point to we could tell each other things that it's not like I'm like, hey, you should do this or you shouldn't do that. Like we've had
Hell yeah.
different conversations like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do it. Well, why not? Because of this. Oh, okay, I get it. No, but I see why you're doing it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. And you respect each other. You don't have to fucking agree on everything,
I
but at
was
the
just
same
about to
time,
say that. Yep.
yeah, you don't have to agree on everything that you do or don't do. But at the same time, like you don't have to hate on somebody for going about their business that because or doing something that you don't agree with. Like, hey, if that's why you want to go and be that way, that's cool because I've heard a lot of people like that guy's a dick, man. Well, he's not a dick to me, so I can't speak.
Bro, yes.
I can't speak for that. The way I carry myself when I talk to anybody, they know who I am and how. Like they can never say Jimmy is an asshole because of this and because of that. The way I
Yeah.
carry myself is how I always carry myself. So if anybody says anything bad about me, there must have been really something bad that I must have done or we may not agree with. But other than that, it just like I'm carrying myself like this for a reason. And
Yeah.
if Miko tells me something for a reason, I respect it. He's telling me something because he believes it and that's his opinion. I'm not gonna be like, well, fuck you, bro. I don't see what you're saying. Like, why are you trying
Bro,
to hold me
this.
down?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go fucking go do this because you're doing it. And just because I'm not doing, you're gonna give me a hard time. Then fuck you. That shouldn't be our answers to each other or with anybody
Yeah.
that you want it that you respect and work with.
Yeah, you gotta respect
Or
people's lanes.
you know, one of the biggest things I've ever said that, and I see it more and more because, you said it earlier, we're like in this middle thing. So I see a lot of things that I'm like, whoa, I didn't think about it that way. No wonder
Yeah.
they're like this. No wonder they're like that. Just like people have gone through shit that they don't have time for your bullshit. Like I always relate this to like the music business. You know how many OGs of music have been doing things forever, and then they see little fuckers like doing shit like I see what you're doing, but hey, that's all you. I have nothing bad to say about you. But at the same time, I'm not gonna acknowledge you and be shaking your hand and doing shit with you all the time. It's just like, hey, it's just a respect thing. We're in different lanes,
Yeah, I
and
see
that's it.
you. That's it.
Yeah, I see you, man. Cool, do your thing. I have nothing bad to say about you or anything. It just we're just on different levels. We do different things, and it shouldn't be anything bad about why this person does this and doesn't do this, and why don't you do this and why don't you do that, and you guys both do this. You guys should both work together. That doesn't make sense at all.
Exactly. No, it's 110%, bro. Like you have to be able to understand and respect someone's lane, man. And like people don't do that all the time. Like even with us guys, dude, me and Jimmy be like buddies, all these things, whatever y'all may see, dude, we don't agree on everything. We've never
Right.
argued, but we don't agree on shit. There's another topic that we want to discuss. and we think would be a great podcast topic for the future, that's going to hopefully be sooner because it might need to be sooner, but it's going to be a topic we don't have the same like idea about.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you've built the rapport and respect with each other, oh man, bro, like I could talk about it all day and talk about my point being completely polar different than what Jimmy may think. And we respect each other to be like, I get why you do that. That makes sense. But I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to do this. Like when you can get, I feel like a friendship is not defined by its agreeances, it's by its differences. Cause that's how the moment, if respect can be made from a can be kept from a difference, that's how you know respect is true.
Yeah.
Because I could be your best friend when we're agreeing. I could be your best friend when we're making money. I could be your best friend when we're successful. The moment we're not,
How
what
is it gonna be?
changes?
Yeah.
And the moment when you don't agree on something, that could be a business move. Where you don't agree on something, it could be something. And the moment disrespect comes out, that's when you know that person's true feeling of you. Because it's so easy to be like, yeah, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah. Give me my money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the moment it's not like that, and then you see these people like, oh yeah, I don't agree with that, but I respect what you're saying, and I this and the other. That's when you know the virtues of a
Yeah. So
person. And
I don't agree with you, and I disagree with a lot of things, but that doesn't mean
hell
I got to
yeah,
be a dick.
yeah, bro. We can
Mm-hmm.
agree, and like honestly, for me, I like when why people say agree to disagree. I feel like they say it in a condescending way. I don't like saying it, but I can just be like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Like that may not be what I'm thinking, but I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can tell like
Yeah.
with the mannerisms of how people say
Yeah.
things.
I agree. Agree to disagree. In other words, like shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I don't care what you're saying.
yeah, like the agree to disagree to me is the equivalent of anyways.
Yeah. Anyway,
Like
shut the fuck up. I'm done listening
yeah,
to you.
anyway, yeah, anyways, like irrelevant. Next, like I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. So, anyways, I'm fucking out of here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or
Anyways, so what are we gonna do with this next season? I'm just playing.
right? Like, so season 2 is happening? Nah, is it? Like,
Yo, yeah, man. I
we're gonna be the new,
definitely, you know,
we're gonna be the
and
new
that's
Fast and Furious.
not just gamer dads.
Family.
Season 10 family.
We're still gonna be like, dog. We get it. You're fucking dads, bro. Like,
Right?
nah,
Right. Okay, dog.
family.
No, but see, that's another thing that we were talking about this, guys, and this is something that we want to do. This is something that we want to keep doing,
Yeah,
but
we might get Vin
we don't
Diesel in
feel
it.
yeah, but we don't but we don't feel like we have to keep doing it is another thing. And I think that's why it's going to be refreshing to when we ever sit down to do these and
Yeah,
start the next season or like do things live. It's going to be the same way because we're serious and we want to keep doing this side project, and not because it's going to build numbers, not because it's going to make money, because we generally want to do this. So we look
yeah,
forward to this possibly growing more. And if we do another season and you know what, it's just not hitting anymore, I don't think it's going to be the end of our friendship or anything like that.
yeah.
But being realistic, and we were talking about this before we started recording too, guys, is like this is something we both wanted to do, and we were both willing to try and to see where it goes. It was never like, all right, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. No, we're literally like, okay, next week we're doing this, next week we're doing that. All right, we're gonna do 10 episodes. Yeah, okay, let's do 10 episodes, and then let's see where it goes from there. It's not
Yeah.
like we feel like pressured into keep going, but at the same time, when if and we do keep going, we will look forward to doing it.
Facts, bro. And that's the beauty of like, I mean, guys, we have damn near the identical same content on both of our shit. If this was something that was gonna be like, hey, let's do this right now every single day, this is gonna be the thing, this is just gonna be what it is, we would have a Not Just Gamer Dad's page.
Mm-hmm.
It would be its own Facebook, it would be its own YouTube, it would be its own Twitch, it would be its own everything. We'd have a shared email. We're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is a bonus on both of our joints because we want to see how it goes. Now, if it's something that we can continue, it will no longer be a bonus. It will now become its own standalone thing where we have joint ownership of it. We will co-own this joint. It'll be its own thing. But like
Exactly.
that's how you do, in my opinion, that's how you do a smart collaboration. No strings attached at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We're
See where it
trying it
goes.
out. Let's see how it goes. Does this partnership work between us? Do we both, am I seeing the same, like you said earlier, am I seeing the same input? Are you giving up? I don't want no 50-50 because I never do 50%. I'm that dude that gives 100% in everything. I'm not gonna give you 50. If I give you 50%, it's because I could give a fuck. But at that point, halfway through the 50%, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to do this.
Hmm.
I don't like it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna straight up say it just because I don't like wasting my time. If I'm agreeing to something, especially with another person, I'm giving you 100%. If I don't feel like that input is being provided to me, I'm gonna either first I'm gonna speak up and let you know straight up, hey man, like da 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 da. I'm not gonna like this is what I love too, guys. Me and Jimmy are similar and different, but I love it. Like
Hmm.
I'm a little bit more like blunt, abrasive, and stuff like that. Not because I'm like I want to fight everybody. I just my upbringing, man. I'm just straight to the point. I'm gonna say it like it is. You either gonna love me or hate me. I could care less. But one of the things I actually want to speak last thing on elevation for me in general was just like I've learned from you professional mannerisms to better myself and balance myself. I've
Hmm.
balanced better. I am like the moment shit goes south, I'd be the first one to speak up and not give a damn. Yo, you wildin', or yo, this, or yo. And then as I chill with you, I've been like you said, who the fuck cares? That
Yeah.
goes to my mind now so much. Who
Yeah.
fucking cares? Does anybody really care? No. Why the hell should I care? I'm gonna
Hmm.
go and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go upstairs and and just go kiss my wife. I'm gonna go upstairs and just grab her butt and laugh and run away. I'm gonna go do something that makes me completely forget about this nonsense and
Yep.
move on and not stress about it. Bro, I've already learned like I was a very not impulsive, but like before streaming, before marriage, before children, before everything. Miko, who I was a very this is how I am. If I'm upset, I'm gonna let you know. If I'm and you want to fight about it, let's fucking fight. I love that shit. I was a very what's the word? What is the word? Um, like abrasive, I guess you could say, and just
Yeah.
confrontational person. There we go.
Confrontational. Yeah. Like,
Very
yeah.
confrontational, and not because I had something to prove. I just didn't care. So it
Yeah.
was like I just said what I
And
had to
what are you gonna
say.
do about it?
Yeah, like this is me. You got a problem with it? We can either
Yeah.
part ways or square up. That was and it was like no, I'm not proud of it. That's just who I was though.
Mm.
And then as I've grown, kids, wife, like dude, just because my back hurts don't mean I can't fuck somebody up. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying injuries, like just life, bro. And then becoming in a business, and this is not just business, bro. This is completely public, you know what I'm saying? Like exposure, bro. Like everything we say and do, it's like fucking police shit. Everything we
Mm.
say and do can be held against us. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And just like the stupid ass screen keeps turning off. But everything we say and do can be held against us. You know what I'm saying? So that teaches me patience and the professionalism aspect of, yo, you might be a douchebag, but I can't just blow up on you because now I'm a douchebag.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Or on some shit like that. So like then I've learned patience from that. But then and bro, and just since I've met you, bro, like I respect the shit out of you, bro, because there's a lot of things that we've seen, and I'm not going to talk about anything or anyone,
Mm.
just things in general. There's things I've talked to you about business, and I've talked to you about life. We've built a
Hmm.
friendship that I respect the fuck out of,
Yeah. For sure.
and bro, like I've learned from you as a friend, I've learned from you as a business, like as a colleague, to now I could even almost say as a partner,
Yeah,
like
man.
like we've grown that, and I respect the shit out of you from that
Yeah, man.
because of who you are and different upbringings, and you know what I'm saying, and that's
Hmm.
helped me so much on this. Is like more patience on, how can I be this? So many times I want to be like, bro, shut up, or bro,
Yeah.
like leave me alone, or bro, this, or bro, you doing too much. I'm just like,
Hmm.
God knows what that person's going through. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
let them
man.
in a bag.
Yeah, man. And vice versa. The what I've learned from you as well is like I might like we've had this conversation like,
Yeah.
and this is our disagreements, not disagreements, just different. Like I do this um as a part time. I feel like I'm doing full time work, but I'm not getting paid like you are. So I respect the fact that you're keeping up with trends, you're keeping up with your family, you're being a good husband and still doing this and keeping it fresh. You're not just playing the same goddamn game. You're not doing the same events. You're always doing things, and I respect and I get that from you. I'm like, damn, that's I didn't think about certain things like that. And because of this friendship and this bond that we've been building, you've made me better in those aspects too. So that's what we're talking about when you're meeting the right type of people to
Yeah.
to work with. And like you've seen guys that I always go into their streams because I respect them and I see what they're doing. We're always all learning from each other. We don't have to play
100%.
with each other or do podcasts with. There's a lot of people that reach out to me on the side, or I'm in their streams and I'm not all loud. I'm just chilling and hanging out too. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what it's all about. And things like that is what I look forward to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I look forward to building those friendships and bonds. You hear people say that they've been doing this for the longest time. I'm starting to get it.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
starting to get it. When you hear somebody say, "Dog, I fucking know this guy for 5 years, man. You don't, you know, what I mean, this fool can come in here once every month, and I'm still gonna give him the same level of respect because they built that friendship over years or that bond over years. It's not all of you gotta be in each other's asses all the time. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you said that too because I respect you and I look forward to doing these all the time too, man.
Yeah.
We're on a good path, and we hope you guys keep enjoying these, and they're gonna keep coming and we're going to change it up to where it's not just the same shit over and over again. We want to make sure that if we do these, we look forward to doing them first of all,
Yep.
and it's fresh. You know what I mean? Because
And it makes sense.
Miko, yeah, Miko is right. We could have made a page right away. We could have made. We didn't. We weren't balls in. We weren't thinking too far ahead. I said something earlier, and Miko's like, "Damn, that was good." I was like, "Man, work harder. Nobody cares.
Bro,
If you
yes, bro.
work
Yes.
harder, nobody cares. If you guys sit here and think that you're the fucking greatest thing and you're on the level, anything in life, nobody fucking cares. Somebody's doing it more than you, harder than you, that might not be as big as you. Somebody's out there running fucking sprints every fucking day. And one day they're going to be on the Olympic team. One guy is out there shooting free throws to be on the basketball team. You know what I mean? Some guy's editing videos right now. Somebody's making beats without saying how loud or how great they are. You know what I mean? It just feels like
Yes,
when
sir.
and we're doing this because we want to do it and we're growing and we want to see potentially go somewhere, but we're not brash and we don't have to fucking say how great we are and shit like that. No, man, nobody
Bro,
fucking cares. If people
yes.
Nobody fucking cares. I know a lot of people care, and the people that are listening and watching, I know y'all care. But if you have that state of mind that fucking nobody cares and you keep doing it, you're gonna make yourself better every goddamn day.
Fuck yeah, bro. Bro,
Every
preach.
damn day.
Preach, bro. Preach,
Every
man.
damn day.
If I had the applause
Every
button,
damn
I'd
day.
fucking press it right now, bro. Dog, dude, if you have to announce that you're the best at A, B, C, or D, you're not. You're just wasting your time. Hot air coming out your mouth should have came out your ass. Low key. I would have rather heard you fart than say, I'm the best at this. No, fuck you're not. Bro, look at these people that are labeled as the best. Do they keep it? No. Bro, sports, titles. There's a different MVP for every Super Bowl. Why? Because there's a different motherfucker that put in the work to get to that position. There's a different heavyweight championship for boxing, UFC, WWE. Three different types of sports, three different types of fucking like determinations and discipline, right? But they're all athletically fucking inclined. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just because you're a heavyweight title at WWE doesn't mean you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's the position and the title can go to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at this like this. I mean, he may never see this podcast. Ninja, bro, he was labeled as a number one Fortnite streamer. Like he was that dude. And he's not, I'm not saying he's not that dude anymore, but they would label him as he was the best player ever. He's not now. There's people out there better than Ninja. But now he's established his brand to the point that he's still able to monetize and build his business. But now he doesn't have to say, I'm the best, you know what I'm saying, like Fortnite player anymore. You're not going to be. And I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I can't stand going into these streams and seeing number one Call of Duty streamer, number one this, number. No, you're not. One, it's like corny as fuck. Two, and like you said, bro, nobody fucking cares. Because I guarantee you half the time there's gonna be someone that comes in and reminds you nobody cares. So at the end of the day, yo, be realistic. I'm sorry, I'm giving y'all some real shit right here. Be realistic in your titles, please. Please. Like, be
And
real.
life too.
Yeah, like, bro, like, no, you're not, bro. I'm the number one call. No, you're not. I'm the number one in my area. You're not. There's somebody that would wash your ass in Call of Duty or Fortnite or Apex. Bro, just be like, hey, man, I love doing my shit with just asking questions or doing. If your title, in my personal opinion, and guys, I'm not just saying this just because I'm on a tangent. This has to do with collaboration. If I see this, like, I'm like, okay, you're one of those guys. I don't want to associate with you if you're like number one dude does this or number one Call of Duty player plays with his his joysticks in his ass crack. Like, fuck, like, no, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I like when people put engagement based titles because that's not clickbait, because you're gonna come in and you're gonna engage because of what was said.
Mhm.
Not, oh, number one player. Dude, no the fuck you're not. Like
Yeah.
that, like
And
stop. You know what I
it
mean?
goes it talks about how it shows how you carry yourself and your brand. Yeah, because I mean there's certain people that like that, and like how you're saying, like the the people that are doing that, they're doing that because that's their kind of thing. But how he's saying, and like me, it just like that's not somebody that I'm gonna probably look forward to seeing or collaborating with or supporting. That just, and vice versa. Somebody's gonna see
Yeah.
my title, father son Fortnite drops. I don't want to watch some dad play with his
Yeah,
son.
bro. Exactly. That's why
I
what
get
mine
it.
is just engagement.
I get it. I get it. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So yeah, I mean to each their own kind of thing. But yeah, I totally agree.
Oh,
Totally agree, man.
I'm gonna tell you, don't do it. Just, and not because, and I like I said, guys, if I say don't do it, it's not like I'm saying don't do it or you're a piece of shit. It's just my opinion. I like, someone's gonna be like, God, bro, but the unfortunate tangent right there, he's kind of a dick. Yeah,
Mhm.
I am. I'm sorry. Suck my ass. But it's like, it's not because I'm
Just
saying,
after you're talking about how patient you've learned so much from me.
yeah, yeah, exactly, bro. But like, this is me, guys. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I would be like, yo,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, don't be a dick. You know,
Right.
like my thing is, I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel about it, just because that's how I feel. And at the end of the
Mhm.
day, it's because somebody should say it, and I'm not afraid to be that guy to tell you it's corny. Now, if it works for you and it's getting you what you are trying to get out of it, God bless and I pray your success. Always. Even I could tell you that's corny, but if it works, do you, G.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for me, it's a red flag. It's a yellow flag. It's a maybe I don't want to collaborate with this
Yeah.
person just because at the end of the day, I don't like corny shit, man.
Hmm.
Like if you have cornball moments, you know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, I just like I tend to like stray away from corny things. And
Yeah.
I don't want people to feel like, I'm like sitting there trying to like I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. I don't know. I just that shit always I be wanting to see it. The first thing I want to comment is no you're not. Like, bro, I swear I'm gonna start
No,
doing it.
number one player on my block. Well, you don't know about little Johnny down the street. They'd fucking wipe your ass on
That's
a
what I'm
one on
saying.
one.
I want to be in there and be like, yo, Johnny would wash your ass, bro, with a loofah. And they'd be like,
Right?
what are you talking about? Like, your title, bro. You say you're number one. Johnny would whoop your ass. And they'd be like, yo, you fine, Johnny. You'd be like, I am Johnny.
Oh man, this has been great too, man. And for future plans, guys, just be on the lookout. We are gonna take a break from the weekly drops, but just know that our rants and our opinions and our things are still gonna be in our streams. So make sure you guys drop in our streams and our
Yeah.
individual projects that we got going on, guys. Just know that this is something that we wanted to do. It was successful. We're giving you guys our insights and thought process of how we went about it. I'm not saying that this is a blueprint, but this is what we did
Yeah.
with our personalities, the way we carried ourselves. We took each other's time serious. We held each other accountable. We both put the same amount of work in. That's the kind of stuff that I would love to see out of other people that I could potentially work with. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, this sets a standard for both of us, and other
Hmm.
people that who can potentially that want to rock with us or do shit with us could reach out to us, be like, "Hey, man, I heard you doing this. I saw this, or whatever." That's a great starter. I'm not opposed to hearing anybody reach out to me that wants to do something. It might not make sense, and vice versa. If I'm reaching out to somebody that I'm like, hey man, I got all this momentum going with the podcast. You want to be on it? Nah, not really. Oh, okay. It just
Oh, Dave.
yeah, you know what I mean? So there's different ways to go about it, but I just feel like I've gotten better because of this. I've gotten better
Oh, yeah.
because of having conversations together. I've gotten better of researching what fucking movies are coming out or what games, it just
Dude, that was
it, you
actually
know
fun doing.
I enjoyed that. That shit was dope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that we got to get out of our little comfort zone, and you even mentioned it at the beginning of the season too, like, how many people are doing different things now because the numbers are so low. People are willing to try different things. I see fucking people doing food reviews, fucking reaction videos, fucking doing dances now, just like not all gaming stuff. So it's cool to see people grow in different ways that people might be like, damn, that fool is the dopest fucking COD player, but he also does this and he also does that now. Oh, that is dope.
Exactly.
Oh, fucking unfortunate ones over here fucking cooking on TikTok, and he's doing this podcast, and then he's over here on this platform, and then he's doing this. Like, it just, you
Jimmy's
see where,
playing fucking hockey.
yeah, it just, you see people differently. Like, damn, like you could start following somebody for what they got going on rather than just the game that they're playing.
Bro, dog, I'm so glad you said that, bro. Dude, the way people label indifferences that shows you part of their character. This whole situation and like, you know, comfort zone being shattered for platform streaming, right? And people are calling this like the Great Depression for streaming. And other people, I can't even say other people, me. I haven't heard anybody else say this because everybody's kind of negative as fuck right now. I'm calling this a great awakening because this forced many creators that either need to do this or want to do this to figure out a way to diversify who they were and show people who they really are.
Mhm.
Now, whether it's I'm a crybaby ass bitch that just wants to talk about the platforms and how they're horrible and tell everybody how they're stupid for being on it, now you look like a hater. Or the people that are like, hey man, I'm noticing these things are changing, those things are changing. I'm not a fan of it, but man, we're gonna figure this out, guys. All right, you know what? Did you guys know I can cook? Did you guys know I can dance? Did you guys know I can make music? Did you guys know I could do these things? No? Guess what? We're about to elevate to the next level. Fuck just gaming. Let's go crazy. And now these people are enjoying making content again because it's on a subject that they excel in.
Yeah, and
You
not
know what I'm
because they
saying?
have to do it because of the
Exactly.
numbers.
Because of
Yeah,
an algorithm. Losing the
yeah.
algorithm, I think, is the best thing that happened to us.
I think so too. I just at the beginning of the year, even for me, and I say this in my streams, and and I appreciate the supporters. I don't do it for the money for me, but it fucking helps. So I can only
Hell yeah.
imagine for when you're making a living and making X amount of money, and all of a sudden it starts bombing, and you can't pay bills, or you're starting like that's a whole other aspect that I don't understand. But I respect that other people have to like start doing different things, or maybe start doing tournaments, or getting more community people involved. They have to start breaking away from what they're doing because what they were doing before is not working anymore. So what
Yeah.
are you gonna do now?
And
So
yeah,
you either
and
you got
exactly.
either people saying fuck, let's see what we can do, or fuck, this is not for me anymore. And that's okay. I'm not saying like a lot of people like fucking quitters and shit like that. I'm just like, hey, maybe this doesn't make sense anymore because financially, if somebody's putting 45, 60 hours a week on a full-time gig that's not paying the same amount of money, then it doesn't make to do it anymore like that. And maybe that's not a priority to them. And I'm not
Exactly.
and that totally makes sense. I get that. I've seen a lot of full-time streamers say, "Hey guys, as much as I want, I just can't pay my bills, and I can't
Mm-hmm.
have you guys be paying all my shit. I can't do this way anymore." You know what I mean? Because now you're forced that you're just trying to get money wherever you fucking can, dude, and just I see people doing that, and it's fucking tough because I can't even imagine being in that position. Imagine making X amount of money and making this all of a sudden. Like I can't even imagine that.
Now,
I go to
I don't
work.
want to name drop, but we just talked about that earlier too about people that are making really good money and now they're making like our level money when we thought we were good. And it's like,
Yeah,
holy shit. You
yeah,
know what I
dude.
mean? Like,
Because
that's
I
bad.
work 40 hours a week, and my paycheck based on my hours and what I do, I get paid X amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I could only imagine if you're streaming 40 hours a week and you went from making 10 G's or 5 G's to like hundreds.
It's a
You know what I
huge
mean? Like,
change.
holy shit, like what am I gonna fucking do? Just like what am I gonna stop doing this? Am I gonna reassess, or am I gonna just go into something different? Yeah. So you're gonna start how you were saying it's a great awakening. It's a cool way to think about it that way. Cause hey, some people might think that this is not priority to them, and that's okay. I'm not saying that they're quitters or anything. Or there's other people that realize like, hey, okay, I got to reassess, or maybe I got to change my game, or it's a business, how you said. So if a restaurant's failing and the numbers are dropping, oh, we got to change our menu to do this. Okay, boom.
Yeah, bro.
Just
Yes, bro. This menu item is not making enough, and our plate value is way too high on this for us to be producing this and buying this just to have a fucking high waste. Like we
mhm.
need to figure out a way to marginalize this to go. I'm sorry, this is like chef talk.
No,
That
it
dude,
makes
that's an
sense.
everyday thing, bro. This dish is not selling. People are not buying this dish? Why will I keep buying and investing in this product when it is not giving me a profit margin?
Hmm.
At the end of the day, when you are in a business, that's what you have to think about, regardless if it's a hobby to you or not, bro. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to do A, B, C, or D, but if it's not going to sit there and put me in a position where I feel like I'm thriving, it needs to wait until it is. And
Yep.
I love what you said about the quitting mentality, because that's kind of like a different way of what I was saying. Like, if you had to back off of streaming, because I want to say, because someone's gonna think I'm a dick. If you have to back off of streaming because at the end of the day you need to prioritize your funding, and you know there's other ways that you can get this, and you gotta do what's best for you and your family, I 100,000% respect it, because as a man, I get that.
Yep.
My thing is, when you complain and cry about it, that's when you lose the respect. Just get it done.
Yeah.
This isn't
Nobody cares.
working.
Work harder.
Facts. This isn't working the way I want it to work. So we need to figure out an alternative way to make this work. If it requires me to back off from this and go do what I need to do that I know is gonna make it work, then so be it. Yo, I respect that, man. Take care of your fan bam. If you don't have an out like that, and you gotta figure out another way to make it financially work with what you're currently doing, I respect it as well. Crying on a platform to people that could give a fuck, that's not gonna give you what you want. And that's kind of my main thing. Don't cry about it, be about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Crying about it and not doing anything about it is pretty much what you're saying. I get it. Like
hell yeah.
stating facts and making the moves is one thing. You know,
Bro, it happened
you
to
know,
us.
yeah, complaining and not doing anything about it is different. Because I've seen some content creators. You know what? It's just not there anymore. The numbers aren't there. It doesn't make sense for me to be on this platform. But we're gonna go try out this platform, man. If it makes more sense, we're gonna go try it out here. We're gonna go try it over here. We're gonna do this. That's different. Stating the fact that something's not working, but then doing something about it is completely different.
Exactly. Exactly.
Complaining and not doing anything about it, that's something different. So if you're sitting there, oh, my records were number one on Spotify, and I'm doing the same type of music and nobody's listening to anymore. What the fuck? Why isn't everybody listening? Because nobody cares anymore. So what are you gonna do about it?
Exactly, bro. That's it.
What are you gonna
And
do
that's
about
like with us, bro. We were hitting our star goals for a while, man. We were doing very good. Not like we were doing great. We were steadily doing well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this is great. We're starting to finally see steady numbers that I could start forming a business budget. And then it just tanked when
Mhm.
kind of this whole situation started to tank. And I was like, what the fuck? I can't afford this. I need to figure out a way to get this to stop right now. What could I have
Yep.
done? Guys, no one's sending stars.
Yep.
No. Hey, you know what? I got this. You guys like this? You like when this content happens? Now it's going to be something we have to work for towards a goal. Did this, did that, did we changed everything, but still gave everybody exactly what they wanted and put it in a position where I wasn't overstressing myself.
Yeah.
You have to do that, bro. This is you're not the unfortunate one. The chat's not the unfortunate one. I'm not Jimmy Doo's Gaming. You got to figure out what works best for you. It's your business.
Mhm.
So Joe Schmo in my chat didn't make my name, didn't decide, hey, Miko, you should stream, bro. No, they just found us, bro. We took the time out of our day to make this happen. We took the time out of our day to come up with a name, to come up with a brand, to come up with a logo, to come up with all these things. So when shit doesn't go south, you can't turn to nobody for change but yourself.
Mhm.
I lived that my whole life with my grandfather. Rest in peace, man. Was that a full cross? Come on, man. Now you got me condescending myself if I'm doing a full cross now. Golly, bro, I gotta go to church. But nah, but like, you know, my grandfather, bro, like like he told me that stuff. He told me multiple things, but another thing was just like, you know, he's like to be nice but not too nice. But like if you see something wrong, the first thing you need to look at is yourself. Is there anything I did to make this different? Is there anything I did to make this less than what I wanted it to be? Yes or no? Is there anything I can change to make this what I wanted this to be? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? And then you act accordingly. I live my entire life by that. And I've been able to deal with all sorts of opposition because of that one saying. Why is this not working? Okay, what am I doing different? Or what am I doing that's not working? And what can I change about it? Let's try this. Let's try that. Oh shit, this is working. Okay, how can I do this to make sure it's more consistent without losing its niche? Okay, I can do, like, you have to self-evaluate, because I can't. How am I going to evaluate a viewer? It's a choice. just as quick as they chose to be, they could choose to leave because you're boring, or they can choose to leave when you feel like they're obligated to be there. Make people want to be there. They yearn to be there. They love to be there. The moment you feel like that energy and that collaboration between you and your community is gone, you need to change something. And if
Yeah,
you
because if you're
don't,
doing the
it's
same,
on you.
yeah, it's gonna fall apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just
Every
and
time.
I hate seeing people that have to quit or because in certain things like that. And I think,
Yeah, it
and then
sucks.
just to end this conversation, it's we're starting to see where this platform, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, we're starting to see where everybody's starting to find their lanes. For me,
Yeah.
I'm like I was making. I'm not trying to say I was making a lot of money. I was making at least $1,000 a month easily. And then numbers started dropping. And then I was like, damn, what the fuck, man? I was using that money for this. Now I'm like barely making $100 or something like that. And I'm not complaining, but I reassessed what I wanted to do. I was like, you know what? I have a full-time job. I'm fortunate to be able to have my IT degree and my experience and make my X amount of money per
Yeah.
month. That, you know what? Let's go in on this podcast thing. You know what? I know I'm not gonna make money doing this podcast thing. I have to build my YouTube channel up. I have to build my brand. Oh, you know what? Miko wants to do something. Hey, we both want to do it. Like, let's do a collaboration. It made sense for us to do it. So I was able to not worry about the money anymore because I wasn't making it. So am I gonna just sit there and be like, well, I have to fucking start doing this. I don't need the money. And I'm in a position that I don't need the money and I'm fortunate. So I was able to do different things that I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So I respect that you, for example, and other full-time people, like they have to be more creative to keep their business going because I don't need the money. It's great to have it. I say all the time, I don't need it, but it goes into this, it goes into this, it goes into this, it goes right back in, so I mean, so yeah, I'm not saying I don't need it. It's nice to have. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to have, but to be in the position to where you're making X amount of money and you're not, you need to change your game. So the fact that you did, you had this conversation like you're like people are like, damn, but I'm not making any more money. I'm not doing this, and you're like, I'm doing all right because I made the changes to keep going.
I
You did
hated
it.
saying that, bro, because
You
like I
you
don't want to
you
be
you
cocky, but it's
yeah,
true.
you guys didn't. I did. You know what I mean? It's not like you're making balling money, but you've made it to where you can keep doing this to where like, you know what, guys? I can't stream anymore. I have to go XYZ instead.
We
No,
almost got
you
to that point too, which is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but then you made the moves and a lot of people we were starting to see that out of people and it's badass how you're
Yeah.
saying we get to see people that are just more than streamers. We're seeing content creators working with each other, making different shit, meeting up at different things and doing things. It's so badass. I like it. So you calling it the awakening is cool because we get to see who really wants to do this and who maybe has to reassess or just maybe they're not about this anymore. And that's okay. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but everybody's changing and it's cool to see.
Bro, yeah, and that's I appreciate that because at the end of the day, I personally am liking the content I'm seeing now more than before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually viewing more shit now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not because I'm entitled, guys. I promise. It's not that. I'm just being honest. I'm like it's not just as a viewer. I'm enjoying the content more now
Hell yeah.
because it's different. Damn it. Like no sense. I gotta say it, man. I've known since I've known him, he dances. We all know no sense. He got crazy ass moves. It's dope. He's posting more of that.
Hell
I'm
yeah. That's just
enjoying
dope.
it. You,
Mm-hmm.
bro, fucking hockey. I love that shit.
Right?
It's dope,
Everybody's like, "You play hockey?" I was like, "Yeah, man.
bro.
I
It,
played for like 20 years, and
dude.
I'm actually
Yes,
okay. I'm pretty
yeah,
decent."
bro. Even if you weren't, it's so cool seeing that point of view in the
Hmm.
game because we're
Yeah.
watching from a camera that's looking down like it's fucking Diablo on ice. Bro, no, we're seeing it from your point of view. It's
Hmm.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
different, bro. Even if you never scored, even if you never had a cool play, even if you wiped out 10 times, bro, it's a different point of view that I can't get everywhere else. I
Hmm.
love it. It's
Yeah.
dope.
It's cool.
Bro, you're coaching. Love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing with my family, I'm enjoying it. Doing the stuff
Hmm.
with the kiddos and doing these things and making our family videos with wifey on the Fame and Fortune page. All these things, we're enjoying making it and I'm seeing more responses to this stuff than I am the gaming.
Yep.
And that's
Well
what I
said.
love. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
And I'm viewing more content on stuff like skits or
Yeah.
anything, bro. Like, I mean, of those you guys don't know, Spank Queen cooks, and
Yeah.
90% of the shit that she makes looks bussin'.
Hell
And I'm
yeah.
like, okay, cool. I didn't even know you threw down like that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? There's just mad people that's out here doing shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you get to learn more about that creator. And then you get to know who's really supporting you or not.
Yep.
Because you got people that liked you just because they liked Apex. Or they just
Mm-hmm.
like Call of Duty. Or they just like Fortnite. And you was an opportunity for them to come out and sweat with. Now when you're making, oh, I'm grilling today, and they don't pull up because they don't give a fuck about you. They only
Yeah.
cared about the game. Now
Yeah.
that you're diversifying your content, diversifying your brand, and adding new flavors to the profile, now you're gonna see who's willing to try it, who's willing to see it because they appreciate the brand. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm loving it right now.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the people that's being negative about it, but I'm actually trying to, instead of just like, damn, I feel bad. I don't want to be that motherfucker to sit back and be like, damn, sucks to suck. Nah, bro, I see you, dog. You struggling? Bro, I'm here, man. I feel like you should. I've been coaching people. I'm not going to say who, but there's at least a good 10 to 15 people that I've not been consistently like on the schedule coaching. But when I go in there, I'm trying to elevate mindsets. I don't go into streams anymore and just want to be like, hey, man, get the dub, bro. How are you? How is your mental? How you feeling this week? What's popping? Yeah, man, we're doing all right. Just all right. What's going on? Oh, da, da, da. Bro, I've gotten people to talk and in
Mm-hmm.
chats. And it's like not because I'm some great dude, but because I give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if I want to support you, let's just argument sake, because we're in this, and I'm watching your stream, Jimmy, and your energy is down. I want to know why because I care. And how can I help you get back to it? Because at the end of the day, sometimes we need to pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a content creator that says I give a fuck about what I'm doing and care about the people I engage with, but I'm seeing you down, don't even try to offer you a pick me up, I'm full of shit.
Yep.
And
Well
I'm
said.
not and I'm not saying it because I'm faking the funk. That's just how I feel. If I see that you're down and you need to pick me up, bro, I comment on so many crying streams, not cry baby ass, bitch ass. No, I'm not condescending. When people are crying about something and it's a legitimate thing, this sucks because that, and they're venting about it. I go in there because I want to make you feel better. Now, the way you respond to me is your choice. And then if I choose to continue to try to elevate, or if I feel like you're at a position where I'm not at that expertise yet to help you, I'll back off. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I want to let you know I'm reaching out because I care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I feel like we need to get to that. The answer is not follow for follow, by the way, guys. But there's a way you can support people without doing a follow for follow. Go in there and show them that you give a fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
so and so just had a baby. First thing I ask Kelly Kale TV when he's like, "How is your baby doing?"
Yep.
Know your fucking people. I don't
Yeah.
give a damn about Apex and what he's doing. I low key, I go on him, Thrive, Black Line Games when they're playing Apex. I could give a fuck about what they're playing. How are you, bro? I'm not here for the
Mm-hmm.
game. I'm here for you. When I go there for you, Jimmy, and you playing, I'll give a damn that you playing Fortnite. I'll give a damn that you're playing Call of Duty. How is Jimmy doing? How is Xander
Mm-hmm.
doing? How was your wife doing? How was your job?
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, that's what I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
You know, Gio's playing now. Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna play Fall Guys? Maybe him and Inari can play Fall. Bro,
Yep.
I give a fuck about that shit. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care about how many dubs you got. And once
Yep.
you get people in there, it doesn't matter what your content is, they're gonna be there. And that's why I
Yep.
love this. It's an awakening
Yeah.
for viewers and
Yeah, because
creators.
you get to see who's all who generally is trying to support each other, and
Yeah.
support comes in different ways, guys. It doesn't it doesn't mean just from streams. It doesn't mean from just a like. It just like you start having conversations off stream and in comment sections with other people. I've had more conversations with people in comment sections that I have in streams now because
Yeah.
people are putting different content out, and I'll reach out like, "Hey man, that's kind of cool." Like, "Hey, I saw you doing this or whatever. Hey, cool. Hey man, I appreciate it." Like, I would have never had those conversations
Yes.
in a stream with them, but only because they're posting different things or I'm posting different things, it's a different conversation starter.
Yeah. And you're enticing different interests, man. If I just play Fortnite, bro, you're gonna get a lot of Fortnite based conversations.
Yep.
But once you become a member of a community where it doesn't matter what we're doing, gaming,
Hanging
podcasting,
out,
cooking,
bullshitting.
anything, now we can talk about multiple different things.
Mm-hmm.
The next time we're playing Fortnite, we're not even talking about Fortnite. Yo, when you was cooking that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Jimmy, when you played that game and you hit that dude into the wall, dude, that was badass, bro. Motherfucker, you out here playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hockey. But yo, this dude that's playing Minecraft with his son was knocking motherfuckers out in the rink. Yeah, man, Jimmy's a beast. Like, bro, dog,
Right.
like all that shit is real. And like once you
Yeah.
start to diversify it, bro, conversations are gonna be greater.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna find common interest in people that you don't even know you had. You know what I'm saying? You might run into 10 new people that you had no idea loved hockey.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Or
sure.
myself, people that love cooking, or people that love this. Bro, I did that. I don't know if you saw that reel where we remade my grandmother's recipe with the steak.
Mm-hmm.
And I typed in some Puerto Rican tags.
Mm-hmm.
I got so much love from it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Bro, I'm Puerto Rican. I never tagged that in my shit. The one time I did, I got so much love from it. Like, I was like, wow. Bro, I put tears in my eyes. I wanted to give honor to my grandmother for what she did. That's my
Mm-hmm.
favorite. To this day, that's still my favorite dish of all time. That's my grandmother's dish. I'm trying not to cry like a bitch right now.
Right.
Talking about it, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, when I put that tag on it and put those tags, I put my heart into that shit, G.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
the
And you're
love that we
proud of
got, oh,
you're proud to put it out there, and that's what a lot of people that are
yeah,
getting out of their comfort zones. It's like, hey, man, start putting shit out there that you're proud and happy to put out. It's not
yes.
not winning all the Apex rounds, not the Warzone,
Oh,
not the
yes.
Madden. It just even I've seen like even bigger like Madden streamers do different shit too, man. I've been watching Shot by Buddha having conversations about different things, and even freaking uh
He's funny as
what's
hell,
it
too.
Ant Bell, his skits, fucking A, man, Bandit.
Dog.
Did you just everybody's doing so many different things. It's cool to see.
Bro, that
You
faux
know,
shit had me in tears. He's
bro,
like, why
man.
is it aux? But when you put an F in it, it's faux. But then
Yeah.
when you have the number, it's faux. I was dog when I tell you I was in tears when I see
See,
that shit.
that's hilarious, bro. I
Yeah.
love that, man. But this we kind of rambled off, but
Finales are usually longer, guys. Deal
yeah,
with it.
but
You'll be
the
all right.
finale, all the different conversations we had from the state of streaming to the game and film adaptations to the releasings of the first quarter, would you rather questions with each other, the bad stigmas of gaming, you know what I mean? The having the conversation about moderators, the conversations about
That was
collabing.
fun.
I think, in my opinion, I feel like we put some great positivity and some knowledge out there for people, and I think that was one of our main goals. Let's talk about things that people normally don't talk about. Let's kind of
Mm-hmm.
be a little beacon of information, and if we're wrong, and we'll learn, we're gonna learn from that, and I
Yeah.
think that the focus of this project that we're going to keep moving forward is just being able to have open conversations that
Yeah.
we're willing to pass out knowledge and willing to learn from other people as well.
Yeah. And
So,
being real about it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
hmm
like, just at the end of the day, when it's my opinion, I have nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? It
yep.
is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
We
Keep
appreciate
heat
you
on that.
guys, man, for linking with us on 10 episodes, bro. And I have a gut feeling from this is definitely not going to be the end. I've
Yeah.
really enjoyed this. This showed me that this is what I want to do. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? I want this to be a part of, my brand. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Podcasting, regardless of who it may be. You know what I'm saying? I want this to be
Yeah,
something. This
man.
is more fun than just playing a video game all the time.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
you know what I
So,
mean?
yeah, we have a lot of things that we've talked about, on stream and off stream, guys. But just know that there's something that we're gonna keep moving forward with it, and we hope you guys catch our individual projects and our collaborations moving forward. But just know that we will be doing more. We might do some things live. We might have people come in. There's the opportunity and different things to go about what we want to do is endless. How we want to go
Exactly.
about it is something that we got to sit and talk about, because I already know that you and we're to the point to where we're not going to do something just to do something. If we're going to
Oh,
do
hell
something
no.
because it makes sense and it benefits us both in a positive way. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Just
sir.
so we'll see where it goes. With that being said, guys, 10 episodes in, Next season, we don't know when it's gonna drop, but just know that there will be another season when we get to it, whatnot. But
Yeah.
you know, you could always rewatch and listen and bring up conversations in our streams or in chats and of different things if we brought up, or reach out to us for different things that you guys might want to hear our opinions on. It doesn't have to be gaming. It doesn't have to be content creation. It could be parenting stuff. It could be cooking stuff. It could be video editing stuff. It could be setup stuff. I mean, we're open to talk about anything, and that's what we kind of wanted to do this project, is to kind of show that we are family men and doing a business thing and content creation. But hey, we like movies. We notice this, we notice
Yes,
that, we
sir.
do this, we don't do that. This is why we carry ourselves this way. So
Nah, for
they
real, man. And
yeah,
then
good shit, man.
you guys are gonna see what we doing, man. And like what Jimmy said, then we're gonna take a little break, but it's guys, we're not gonna make you guys wait long. We give a fuck.
Yeah, man.
We're
Yeah.
we're not HBO and all these other things where you gotta wait season 2 next year. It's not gonna be that
Mhm.
long, guys.
No, Last of Us, they said 2025. I'm like, what?
Wait, what? No fucking way.
Yeah, my wife told me that.
Season
I was like,
2?
yes.
Shut up.
I was like, no. Yeah, but yeah, y'all hear us, y'all see us. Make sure you guys check us out on all the different platforms:
I'm
TikTok,
mad.
Facebook, Twitch, Spotify. Y'all make sure you guys all support
Kick.
any. Yeah, right.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Kick or not to kick.
Su-
Y'all see that.
Foreshadowing. Oh,
You'll see,
shit.
guys. We're gonna be doing live shit. We're gonna be just know that for sure. Second season and more live stuff from
Very,
us
very soon, guys.
for sure, guys. Until next time, appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys check it out on all the different platforms, our individual streams. We're
Yes.
steadily streaming. We're steadily putting out reels, different content. Hope you guys enjoy all that shit going on, man.
Make sure you guys watch at least some of every episode because we may be doing a little trivia question with some merch giveaways in a potential live stream potentially
And
soon.
within a month. We don't know for sure.
You don't know when,
But
but it might happen. So if you've been watching every episode, you might walk away with some not just
some
Gamer Dad
cool
merch.
Hey, let's get it.
You know what I mean? Because we love you guys. Appreciate you guys, man, for your time.
Peace out, guys. Till next time.
E.